everybody, and welcome back to the lab. As you can see, very exciting, very exciting. Got my lab coat on. See, lab coat. Awesome. Today, we are going to talk about, angle up the camera, I'm going to put together a spray to clean the leaves on your plant. Very good habit to get into. To keep the leaves clean on your plant. Doesn't matter if it's big leaf plants or small leaf plants, as you may or may not know. The photosynthesis process that the plants use to produce food for themselves rely on the leaves being able to effectively absorb sunlight or light, and in combination with the roots sucking up nutrients and water from the soil or their growth media. That's what they use to make glucose that makes the food for the plants. So keeping the leaves clean will help in this process. Now, it would take an extreme amount of dirt coverage on the leaves to kill the plant, but dirty leaves will definitely slow down the food making process for the plant, and the plant is not going to thrive or look healthy at all. I'm talking stuff like volcanic ash or something like that. The leaves would have to be covered in something like that completely to kill off the plant. I typically keep the plants I'm working on, or the house plants, before they come here, I kind of sort of quarantine in my workshop in the backyard, or my propagations I keep back there. And that workshop is a workshop. So if I'm building stuff or making stuff in there, the sawdust and stuff gets the plant leaves covered. I haven't had outright deaths of any plants in my workshop due to dirt on the leaves, but it really does help them if you can keep them clean. So what I'm going to put together is very similar to the insecticidal spray stuff, or the neem oil spray that I used on the on the vegetable plants outside last year, except I'm swapping out a couple things and making it smell a little bit nicer, because you're going to be using it mainly on houseplants inside. So the recipe, as it were, is basically 9 milliliters, or 1 liter of warm water, 5 milliliters, 1 teaspoon of dish soap. You can either use Castile soap, or anything that's dish soap that's like biodegradable and safe for the environment, you can use in there. Castile is just like really good it's safe for food and babies and pets and stuff like that. If you have it, great. If not, just use dish soap, you're good. 5 milliliters of the neem oil. That's the neem oil that I had from last time. The experts say to use cold press neem oil. So if you can get it, this brand is, so use that. And 1 tablespoon, 5 milliliters of either hydrogen peroxide or isopropyl alcohol. So the hydrogen peroxide is actually milder than the isopropyl alcohol. If you don't have any known pests or issues with your plant inside, like no spider mites or aphids or anything like that, you can go ahead and use the hydrogen peroxide. It's more of a preventative measure. It helps keep pests away and keeps mildew off your plants, your indoor plants. If you have seen spider mites and little like mealy bugs, I don't know if that's what they're called, little aphids, then you might want to use the rubbing alcohol instead. And the final thing on the list there is the what is this? Essential oils. Yes. This is optional. You don't have to put it in there, but it makes it smell nice, especially if you have a lot of plants to clean. It's nicer to have some kind of essential oils. I have lemongrass, Some people use peppermint. Not my ideal option, but you can go with that. This just makes it smell nice. And if you want to go that one extra layer of protection, you can use, if you have it, like another teaspoon of insecticidal soap in there. But I would say use that if you know you have a problem. If you know you have a problem with, like, you know, spider mites and stuff on your existing plants indoors, then make this concoction a little bit stronger. The other note that I will say is when you're doing this, the cleaning of the plant leaves, you're best to do it in the evening or nighttime instead of the daytime. In the evening or nighttime, the pores on the plant leaves are closed, so there's less risk of damaging the plant or the leaves at all with this. In general, this concoction is safe, but, you know, side on the err on the side of caution and do it in the evening or nighttime. All right, I'm going to start getting things together. Just bear with me for a second here. I just had to find some place to plug in the magnetic stir. Once again, like the last time in my video, don't get too thrown off by what I have here. You can throw this together just by pouring stuff into stuff. I'm just a little bit extra here. So my magnetic stir is there. Oh, the other thing that I forgot to mention is to use some kind of microfiber cloth when you are spraying and wiping the leaves. Some people like these gloves, microfiber gloves, because it helps to get into all the nooks and crannies of the leaves, but any regular microfiber cloth will do the same thing. Just take your time with it, try not to damage the leaves. Okay, so let's follow the recipe. So we are going to do the warm water. I took about half of the 900 mils, so about 400 or so, and boiled it. The reason I'm starting off with hot water because it helps dissolve everything else pretty well. So hot water goes in there. I'm going to turn on the stir. Sweet. Down, calm down. There you go. The dish soap. I'm going to try the Castile because haven't tried Castile soap before, but I assume it's the same thing. So 5 mils, which is 1 teaspoon. That goes in there. It's very liquidy. You would think it's would be thicker, but whatever. Okay, so the neem oil. There we go. Pardon the camera shake. 5 mils of that. This stuff does not smell good. Ugh. Never a fan of it. Anyways, so the warm water helps dilute this stuff and mix it up together better. So that's good. I'm going to go with the hydrogen peroxide. So 5 mils of that. Go. In that goes. And I'm going to go with 6 drops of the lemongrass essential oils. Hey, child safety lid on there. Come on. There we go. Actually, just to be safe, because I don't know how fast this pours out. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. In that goes. Yay. The mixture will be cloudy like this. That's a normal look for it, so that's fine. And I'm going to let that stir. And I'm going to add the rest of the water. So the first water I put in there was the warm water to make sure everything gets diluted. And now I'm pouring in the rest of the water. And we're going to let that go for about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. That's done stirring, so I'm going to turn that off. And now pour without spilling into a spray bottle. Yeah, doesn't look that pretty. It's all cloudy, and you can see the neem oil still hasn't fully integrated in there, but that's fine. The other thing that I'd probably note too, depending on the essential oils that you're using, you might need to use more than the amount that I put in there. I forgot how kind of bad neem oil can smell. So I smell the lemongrass. Once again, that camera. I smell the lemongrass in there, but I'm definitely getting hints of the neem oil in the background. But that is it. Everything you need for your leaf cleaning solution. Even though I started off with half of the amount of water that was boiled, and then I topped it off with the regular room temperature water, this is still warm. I would let this sit for a few hours until it's cool before spraying on the leaves. We don't want to shock the leaves with water or any kind of spray with chemicals that is too warm. So set it aside, let it come to room temperature, and when it has cooled down, then you can go ahead and spray the leaves and then wipe down with your microfiber cloth, and you should be good as gold. That's it, everyone. Hope this was useful for you. Look down in the description for the recipe for the cleaner, and I hope you have a great week.